Hello, my name is Mark. I had two dreams just recently this morning. It is early in the morning on May 8th, 2019. First dream was a man who was I was getting my languages mixed up here. First dream was a man that was a shepherd. And he was telling me about his job. He said he loved his job. He loved taking care of sheep. And he told me about what he did. And he had a rat or a mouse in his hand. And he just held it in his hand, and the mouse tried to escape, or the rat tried to escape. I think it was a mouse. It was a dark mouse. And he couldn't escape. He was lying on his bed, and he was telling me about being a shepherd. He said it didn't pay very much, but that he loved the job. Then there was a man. I think a man that was also in the dream earlier too. He was at a desk, and the man I was talking to was by him, the shepherd, and he was giving him something, and then he gave him something else, like a credit card or something, and I was there. And I told the man at the desk, I said, I thought you never bought anything on credit unless it had to do with business. And he said, this does have to do with business. I'll become a shepherd. And he said, I'll make 12% of what I make now. I said, well, if you only make 12% of what you're making now, why do you want to be a shepherd? And he said, because I love it. He said, because it's fun. He said he liked being a shepherd, which of course implies a religious connection with my dream. You know, I want to be a missionary, and it implies, it implies that, I'll enjoy it, that I'll enjoy being a missionary, that I won't make much money being a missionary, if I make any money being a missionary, but that for the love of it, I will be a missionary. I will be a shepherd, a pastor kind of like thing. Biblically, I'm not equipped to be a pastor, and won't be for many years to come because I have no children, let alone believing children. So it was interesting, the man that was buying a business of being a shepherd. That was paying the other man money so he could, learn how to be a shepherd or get some sheep or whatever. was just happy. He was just very happy about the job. He was thrilled about the job. But he said, they both said, I love it. Basically, they both said, I love it. Basically, had another dream. I was on a train. We're going on a train. We're driving to a place where there's a train, and it was just an open field. It was just an open field, or maybe not an open field, but it was like a field where there was a train or a train station. The road just ended, and there was a train station in a field, basically, or some train depot, and. We were going from the place of my birth in Virginia to the place where I grew up. And this was the same night, same morning. And there was a man, and I think my mother was there, and she was paying for it. And there was a man there. He had hair on his back, and he had dark, thick dark hair. He was obviously younger than I was, or than I am. And he had thick brown hair. And I asked him, how fast does this train go? And he said, 90 to 100 miles an hour. I said, how much does it cost? He said, $90 or $100. And I looked, there's a speed limit sign that said the speed limit was 90 miles an hour for the train. So anyway, it was like we were trying to escape some people, like they were following us or chasing us. And we were getting off of we weren't in a hurry, but we didn't want to be slow either. I don't think we're getting out of the car and getting onto a train. So those are my dreams. They're interesting. I think they have some significance.